Hi, I'm Dan. I like to fix things. I also like my Mustang Mach E. I've had a lot of fun with this car, and it came with almost everything I needed. But there's one thing that was missing that I'd like to have, and that's a dash cam. If I'm driving around, I do a lot of driving. If something bad happens, I like to have a record of it. If something good happens, I like to have a record of it. If something interesting happens, I like to have a record of it. Or if we just go some beautiful place, it's nice to have a recording that we can go back and look at, whether we're driving through beautiful mountains or across the desert or into the sunset. It's nice to have a record of those things. So the dash cam's in order. Come with me. We're going to walk around and install a dash cam. This dash cam is called the FitcamX, and I chose it because I didn't want to junk up the beautiful interior of my car with something stuck to my dash or stuck to the window with a suction cup, anything like that. So the FitcamX is custom designed for this car. So here's what comes in the box. Okay, the camera is here. Got that little sticky thing on it. We'll take that off. I can get my fingernail under it. So there's the camera, and it comes with a cord. And the way the cord works is you power this camera by disconnecting the rain sensor that's built in to the area behind the rearview mirror, and plug that back in, and then plug this in where the rain sensor was. That still provides power to the rain sensor, but also provides power to the camera. The camera has a micro SD card on the side, and a card came with it. So we'll just leave that in there. And this is what it looks like. I was surprised to see, I thought this was optional, but it also comes with an option to wire it to provide external power. If you provide power from your fuse box, this kit does it, and that allows it to be a parking monitor also. So if you often have to park in dodgy places, you might want to consider installing this kit. It's a little messier because you've got to run a wire from your fuse box up to it. I park in a garage every night. I don't really park in dodgy places. I won't be installing the kit today. They give you this nice little tool to remove the existing one. So that's about it. There's some instructions. There's a support number, a support email if you get in trouble, a little adapter from USB-C. Need today, but can be nice to have someday. And I have my own tools. I'm going to take a couple of those just in case I need them. And let's close the trunk. Go in and take a look. My lovely wife, Denise, who's a bit camera shy, she likes to be behind the camera. So we're going to put her in the back seat. I'm going to do this from the passenger side. Lay these things here. So the first step is to remove the existing enclosure. We don't need to get very close on this. This is my Sun Pro Pass. We'll just move that out of the way for the moment. Reinstall that later. It's not. There we go. I'm going to turn this mirror down to get it out of the way. So we're going to get my fingers around and pop this off. And now I've removed the old cover. We're not going to need that, but we are going to need these clips. So there's 5 plastic clips on here. We're going to, 4 plastic clips and 1 metal clip. So we're going to remove those. Trusty pocket knife should help with that. Get the knife in here. And pop these clips off. We don't want to break them because I don't have any spares. So we'll lay those down. There's a variety of tools that might work. A small flat screwdriver could do this job. The metal one might be a little more difficult to get off. I want to remember the position of the metal one, that as we're looking at it, it would be the top right when this is laying in this position. I want the metal one to go back forward. I'm sure it had a perfectly good reason for wanting this clip to be made of metal. That's probably the most work involved in this installation. And there it went. But it didn't fly far. And we have two more plastic clips. Remembering again that the metal clip went on the top right. Actually, the best thing for this would probably be two small screwdrivers. That one flew all the way out of the car. And one more clip. There we go. All right. All the clips are off. This will go into storage in case it's ever needed. And now we're prepared this to go back on. So previously we were in this position. We're going to put the metal clip on first. Give it a little squeeze to make sure it goes in there tight enough. Plastic clip. 4 of these plastic clips back on. Now, everything is, all the clips are in the same position they were before. The 4 plastics around here, top right as we're looking at it in this way. Our next trick is to remove got the sun in my eyes here. We want to remove this wire very carefully. Yes, and then make sure you remove the right wire. It's over on the right side. There's a white plug that does not get removed. The plug on the right is the one that gets removed, which I learned from watching other people's videos. I also learned that it might need a little wiggling, so I brought a pair of pliers to wiggle it out. And there we go. Now that's unplugged. So this powers the rain sensor. And this plug is going to go in where the rain sensor was, in the same position. Okay, that snaps into place. And now we need to power the rain sensor, so it goes. Excuse the noise, but that's going to go in here. We have to look at the shape of it. If you can get close enough to see that shape, we match the shapes, plug it in. Now the rain sensor is repowered. All we have to do now is tuck this wire in carefully. We don't want it to get pinched anywhere. We don't want it where the clips are. And we've got to line it up. And I think that's it. Okay, that completes the installation. I'm going to walk around to the outside once you get a good look at this. Can I have your light, Denise? I'll give you a little extra light. It's got the name of it there, FitcamX. The micro SD card is accessible from the right. There are two buttons. There are two buttons that we will take a look at later and see what they do. But that's all the controls, is two buttons. Looks like there's three little LED lights and a micro SD card. Going to turn power onto the car, and with power onto the car, I can see the LEDs lighting up. And now we have a blue light flashing on the left, and getting close. We have a blue light flashing on the left, and two red LEDs flashing on the kind of flashing on the right. That's probably telling us that we need to make a connection. So that completes the installation part of the video. I'm going to walk around to the outside. While we're out here, let's take a look at beautiful Lake Osborne. It's a gorgeous setting. This is where we come often to shoot videos. This is Lake Osborne in Lake Worth Beach, Florida. It's part of John Prince Park, which is a 700-acre park that's right across the street from our home. It's a beautiful spot. I'd like to share that with you. This is what it's like from the outside. So you can see the attraction of purchasing a camera like this that's custom made to fit your car, rather than having something stuck on your windshield or dashboard. So it blends in and basically becomes invisible. So we'll take a little break here. I'm going to set up the app, give you another brief look at Lake Osborne. I'm trying to give you a peek of Denise, but she is so camera shy. And so we'll go back to the lake. I'm going to cut this and we'll set up the app and see what it does. Okay, here we go with one final bit of the FitcamX installation. We're just going to take a little ride with it. Denise is going to hold the camera while I drive safely, hopefully. And we'll just show you what it looks like going down the road. That entire installation, even taking time out to film, only took about a half an hour. So as installs go, that was pretty easy. The software part wasn't hard. The application seems to work well. But most of the time, all you do is just forget about this camera. You don't even need to think about it unless it records something that you need to see. And if it records something that you want to see, just pop the micro SD card out and have a look. We're driving through John Prince Park, which is in Lake Worth Beach, Florida, and it's not the most colorful sunset, but it's a pretty afternoon in early February of 2025, and we're hoping you enjoyed the video. And if you get one of these, leave a message for me. Let me know how it worked out for you. If you have questions, please feel free to add a comment and put your question in the comment. And if it's something I can help you with, I'd be glad to do that. I'm a communications technician by trade and a professional photographer, so I'm a fairly high-tech guy, and I know more than the average person, but a lot less than the experts. But anyway, this is a FitCam, and you get to see it as we're driving along. Post-sunset, so the light's pretty low. You can see my headlights are on and working. And we're still getting a pretty good view. Another day I might post a night view when it gets to be fully dark and see how this camera performs in the dark. So if you've stuck with me this long, you know who I am. I'm Dan Fixes Everything, and hope you'll subscribe and enjoy. And as I like to say, I'll see you down the road. I added some still shots to let you see what it looks like from the inside. Once you put the rearview mirror back in place, it disappears totally from the driver's seat, and you can barely see it when you look at it from the front. It's much better than having a camera stuck to your windshield or dashboard and wires running down to your cigarette lighter, whatever. I think it does a great job. I've added some video clips so you can see what it looks like in the daytime. This clip is in city traffic. The camera's sharp, clear. I'm very happy with the performance of the camera. If you get very close, you can even read license plate numbers. It's a wide-angle lens, so you have to get pretty close for that. This is a ride over to the beach, so you can see what it looks like with a little more nature involved. And again, it's a nice, clean shot. And the next shot is going to be a night shot. At night, it was really surprising because this is not as brightly lit as most city streets in our small town of Lake Worth, and it did a great job. I'm very happy with it. So I'm Dan. I like to fix things. I like to install things and make my car nice. I hope you enjoyed the video. I have 900 subscribers, and if I get 100 more, I'll be able to be monetized and actually get paid for doing these videos a little bit. So I hope you'll consider liking and subscribing to the videos. It doesn't cost you anything. It helps me a lot. I'm Dan. Like I said before, I'll see you down the road.